in my can here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is it,
No, it's good. It's tasty.
can I guess what it is?
You can try.
Is it chicken noodle soup?
No.
Chili?
No.
Carrot soup?
No.
Tomato soup?
No.
Pinto beans?
No.
Lima beans?
I hate lima beans. I never eat lima beans. They're the worst thing ever. It's like
Baked
popping
beans?
a pimple in your mouth.
Ew. Ew.
They go.
All right, what is it?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
It's the best treat
Okay,
ever,
what is it?
and it goes perfect with what we're doing.
What is it?
It is candy.
Candy doesn't come in cans, Kim.
This one does. This is an amazing candy.
Candy does not come in cans, and I'm
sure
so
does.
certain I will bet you
All right, what do you want to bet me?
a pie in the face that candy does not come in cans.
You're on, Daniel, because I can guarantee that candy comes in this can.
No, it does not.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am
Here
ready.
we are. Candy. Candy. Candy.
That doesn't have any flavor to it.
Do you want? You lost. So now you get a pie in the face.
That is tasty, I guess.
It tastes wonderful. What kind of pie is that?
Banana cream with sprinkles.
I love banana spring with sprinkles. Look at that. They're everywhere. I got all these. Look at these gifts. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about gifts today.
I know I brought my gifts. Look.
No, Kim, not.
Wait, no, look.
I'm just going to let you do your thing while I clean up.
Yes, watch. Look at this.
Yep,
I
I see.
got lots of them.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I brought lots of gifts today.
Oh, no.
These
This
are
is
amazing.
getting worse. I'm spreading it all over.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. And look, Daniel, you're not looking at all my gifts. Look at this.
Are they all for me?
Yeah, look at this. No, they're not for you.
That's
but
not-
these are my gifts. You said today was all about gifts. And so I wrapped and brought all these gifts.
You brought all of these gifts. I mean,
Yes.
that's not quite what we were talking about.
We're not talking about gifts.
No,
you
like
said gifts. Like
yes.
these are gifts.
Yes, because we're going to talk about being helpful with our gifts.
Like what kind of gifts? What kind of gifts are you talking about?
Like, I mean, maybe you're really good at cleaning pie off people's faces.
Well, I did lick it off your face. I did pretty good at that.
I wouldn't say that was super good. Maybe
Okay.
you're really good at listening to people, or you're
Yeah.
really good at building houses,
No, I'm not good at that. I'm good at encouraging people.
or cooking food.
It's not a gift. Ask my family.
Okay, I mean, are you really that bad of a cook?
I don't think I'm a great cook. No, not a good cook at all.
So is there anything in these gifts?
Yes.
Is this for me?
Yes.
You guys want to see what I got? A Princess Emery.
Isn't it cute?
What is a Princess Emery?
Well, actually, my granddaughter's name's Emery, and so I got her a doll that says Princess Emery.
That's so sweet.
But I'm sharing
So
it
you're
with you.
good. So maybe your gift is giving gifts.
I do enjoy giving gifts a lot.
Yeah. Well,
What's one of your gifts?
cook. I love to cook.
Yes,
And
and
I'm
your
good at it. I am good
zucchini
at it.
bread is really good. I've had
Thank
that
you.
before.
Thank you. We want to show you guys some videos of kids just like you and your age using their gifts to be helpful.
And not this kind of gifts, a different kind of gifts.
And then we're going to kick it over to our Bible breakdown from there. So while we watch that, why don't you help me clean up my face?
I think I'll do that.
All right.
And this mess in
Yes.
general. All right.
Piece of tape.
Have you ever thought about what skills you need to be a follower of Jesus?
Are there things you have to be able to do or things you need to know in order to be a Christian? Okay, this might sound like a trick question, but think about it. We might think we need to act a certain way or know certain things before we can start following Jesus, but is that true? Are there skills we need to master before we're able to start following him? Today, we're going to dive into the book of Acts and learn about an incredible woman named Lydia who can help us answer this question. Lydia was a remarkable woman. Her city was known for its craftsmanship, especially those who made and sold expensive purple dye. Lydia learned the craft of purple dye. When she traveled to the Roman city of Philippi, she set up a business selling rare and expensive cloth. Because we know where Lydia was from, she was likely to have been raised to believe in many, many false gods. But in her heart, she knew there was something more. In fact, she believed in one true God. But Lydia had not heard the good news about Jesus. The city of Philippi had laws about bringing any unknown religion into the city, and yes, that included the good news of Jesus. Lydia would meet outside the city limits at the riverbank with a group of women who also believed in one true God. Lydia and the other women had never heard of Jesus. But as these women met and began to seek God together, God sent a vision to someone else, the disciple Paul. Paul was traveling from town to town, telling everyone the good news about Jesus. One night, Paul had a vision telling him he should go to a region called Macedonia, which is where Philippi is. And believing this vision was from God, Paul and some of his friends set sail the very next day. And then within a few days, they arrived in Philippi. On the Sabbath, a day of worship, Paul and his friends went down to the river, hoping to find a place of prayer. Remember, there were no temples, no churches, no places to gather inside the city gates for anyone who believed in Jesus. So they went outside the city to the river. And guess who else was at the river? Yes, Lydia and her friends. There, by the river, Paul told them the story of Jesus, and that anyone who chose to follow Jesus could have a relationship with God that would last forever and ever. The Lord opened Lydia's heart to believe every word of Paul's message. Not only did Lydia believe in Jesus at that very moment, she wanted to be baptized. She was probably the very first person in the great big city of Philippi to put faith in Jesus. But she didn't stop there. She immediately shared the message of Jesus with her family and everyone who worked in her home, and they were all baptized too. Then she invited Paul and his friends to her home. She asked them this: "Do you consider me a believer in the Lord? If you do, come and stay at my house." So Paul and his friends stayed at Lydia's home. As a successful business owner, Lydia's house was probably very large and very beautiful. Lydia did not hesitate to give everything she had. She wanted to support Paul, other believers, and the brand new church. How did she do it? She used what she had. She opened her home. She provided a safe place for them. Lydia's house became a home away from home for Paul and all the other apostles. Later, when Paul and Silas got in some really big trouble and they were thrown in jail, as soon as they were released, they immediately went to Lydia's home to rest and prepare. Why did they go to Lydia's house? Because that was where the other followers of Jesus began to meet. Lydia's home became like a church in Philippi. Her home was a place to gather and belong. Later on, after Paul had left the city of Philippi, he was sent in prison in Rome. And while he was there, he wrote a letter to the followers of Jesus living in Philippi. We can almost be sure that he was thinking of Lydia as well as he wrote these words. "I thank God every time I remember you. In all my prayers for all of you, I always pray with joy. I am happy because you have joined me in spreading the good news. You have done so from the very first day until now. God began a good work in you, and I am sure he will carry it on until it is complete." In all of his travels and all of his challenges and all of his success and also in his suffering, Paul was thankful to God for people like Lydia. They were partners in spreading the good news about Jesus. And for Lydia, it all started with simply using how God uniquely made her, what she had available, and what she was good at to serve others. In everything she did, Lydia continued to use her gifts to help others. The fact is, what we saw in Lydia was her ability to take what she already had and use it to love God and serve others. Sometimes you just have to be creative. You don't need a specific set of skills to follow Jesus. You can put your faith in Jesus just the way you are. But here's what's so amazing. When you do believe in Jesus, God can use your unique skills and situations to help others know Jesus and show them God's love. Think about some of the ways that God has uniquely made you and the talents you already have. What would it look like to use those to love God and serve others? What are you good at? Think about how God created you. Think about your skills and talents. Think about what you just enjoy doing. Then consider how you can use what you have right now to make a difference. How can you love God and serve others through the gifts God has given you? If you're not quite sure, that's totally fine too. We're still growing and figuring out how God has wired us. You can also talk to people like a family member or a teacher or a small group leader to help you discover some of this as well. Our big idea today is use your gifts to help others.